The interesting thing about this, the notion that it doesn't presuppose an outcome.
Hold on a second. Here comes Senator Feinstein, Saxby, Chamblis. They're walking in. See, they were just stopped for a second, but they're going to be making a statement. I want to listen in what the chair of the Intelligence Committee says.
I'm here with our Vice Chairman, Senator Chamblis of Georgia, and we have just had a very lengthy first inquiry. We had virtually all members of the committee there except for one. We saw a real-time film put together by NCTC of exactly what happened. We had the opportunity to question the DNI, the Acting Director of Intelligence, General Roberson from the Joint Chiefs, Pat Kennedy, the ambassador who heads the security aspects of the State Department. I'm not going to tell you what questions were asked or what answers were given. This is just the first step in the inquiry. We will meet, as you all know, with former Director Petraeus in the morning, and then we will resume the week we come back with another 2 full hearings, and then we anticipate that we will have a public hearing, and at that time make our findings that can be unclassified released. I think it was a good hearing. I think it gave us an idea as to the depth and breadth of this, of future areas to question, and we will just continue to do so and plow through this until we believe we have enough information to make some findings. Vice Chairman?
2 things I take away from this hearing today is that, number one, were mistakes made? Gosh, we know mistakes were made, and we've got to learn from that. And our membership asked some very hard and very tough questions of our witnesses today, and we're going to continue to do that in our subsequent hearings, which the chairman has outlined. Secondly, what was again highlighted is the professionalism of our men and women who are in the Intelligence Committee and who are in the armed services, who were involved here, obviously, as well as in the State Department. There were some very heroic acts that took place. That does not in any way minimize, obviously, the fact that we lost 4 Americans. And at the end of the day, our committee is going to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to do it in a classified way to the extent we need to. But at the end of the day, as Chairman Feinstein says, we're going to have a public hearing where the American people are going to have the opportunity to see the questions asked and get the answers to questions that they have had since September 11 of this year.
I'd like to expand on something that the Vice Chairman said. This is a very difficult area of the world. People who participate in the intelligence services that cover the world, I think, have great difficulty. It's a different culture, it's a different language, it's a different dialect. The countries are troubled from within. There's a great deal of instability. So it's a very precipitous situation. And on behalf of the whole committee, I really want to thank them. This is a huge community doing the best they can. And this isn't the days of, KGB, CIA intelligence. It's a whole new world and an extraordinarily difficult one. And as the Vice Chairman said, we very much appreciate their service. And it's very easy to criticize. It's very hard to be out there and put this all together.
Senator, in any way the films that you saw? I understand it's classified information. Can you characterize in any way the films that you saw? And secondly, can you tell us when the intelligence community got their hands on that film to help us with the timeline of what they knew or when they knew it?
No, I think I can't help you with the actual timeline that this was put together. The film is a composite from a number of sources. It is real time. It does begin from when the incident, before the incident started, and it goes through the incident and the exodus. I don't think I should say any more at this time, but yes, it does. I'm sorry? I'm just not going to comment.
Looking to tomorrow, what do you expect to hear from David Petraeus that you could not get from an agency standpoint, that you could not get from acting director Morell today? Well,
Director Petraeus went to Tripoli. He interviewed many of the people, as I understand it, that were involved. And so the opportunity to get his views, I think, is very important. I think, and this is not to criticize anybody today, because people were very fulsome in what they said, and we had a good back and forth, and it was not always the easiest thing, I'm sure, for everybody that was testifying, but we learned a great deal.
All right, so Senator Feinstein wrapping up an important hearing, and they're going to continue tomorrow morning. You just heard her say General David Petraeus, the now former CIA director, will appear as well. Fran Townsend's here with Kate and me. What did you think? Did you learn anything from what you just said?
No, look, I think they've been very, very careful. We now understand that in addition to sort of drone video, there was a composite put together so they could watch it from beginning to end. That actually was very important, that Senator Feinstein said it started before the attack began. So once you've watched this, there is not going to be there will at some point be no further dispute as to whether or not there was a protest that kicked this thing off. I mean, that's sort of been dissolving over time. I think this video is going to put at least that piece to rest.
And we'll see if they ever make this video available to the American
There will be a public hearing, but still
in some sort of sanitized version or whatever. Fran, thanks very much. We're going to take you through the timeline of who knew what and when in the Benghazi attack when we come back.